Alright guys, this video is brought to you by Kilo Golf 4 Golf Alpha Victor. Commented on the video of the Molex Delete and said, hey, cable management. So read the comment that's posted right here. And now I'll show you how it's done. Now, you can get better stuff on Amazon. I stole this from a fishing rod just because I had it. And so I cut a few corners. But you get the basic idea. So here is a project from W1RCP's channel. I received a comment the other day about keeping the stock cables, well, not that this is stock because I put power poles on both ends of it, but stock cables that go to a Yaesu or any other radio, and they mentioned Tech Flex. And I keep my fishing poles in Tech Flex. And so the Tech Flex that I'm going to use is from an actual fishing pole. So let's see if this is going to work. Okay, so far I'm able to get this heat shrink over it. It is bubbling up, but I think that we can shrink it down a pretty good bit. It is quite flexible, but this is 3/8 inch tubing, and it has a 3-to-1 shrink ratio. So we'll see what we can do. My goal is that we should be able to clamp it right here and have the fuses showing, and then this little bit that doesn't get unfurled and tangled, but we should be able to reduce the amount of tangling, ignore the mess over here, the tangling over towards this end. So I did have to take the Anderson off on this side. So we'll see how much of this we can slide up so that maybe we can hit it in a couple of places. We're about to find out. So here's what I'm doing. As I have one sitting right here, I'm trying to get the next piece to slide up over this because this stuff does fray and kind of gets crazy. And then I'm just sliding them up the Tech Flex. And you just take this, you grab that in with your pinky, and you start sliding. So eventually you'll see it come around the bend. Grab the pinky. It's not focusing worth a toot. Okay, so now we get it to this point. We get it to this point, and now we're going to try to slide it up over this point right here. And I may not be able to do this with one hand because I still have to push those down to get that piece over. So just imagine me squeezing this and feeding it through so that we can get it to pass over that point, and then I'll start pushing this one next. So I'm gonna put a couple, and then I'm gonna stretch it out as thin as I can go and make full coverage. As the heater's heating up, this is Wirefly. You can get it on Amazon. I'm not, there's no kickback for that, buy what you want. But I bought 50 feet of this. It has lasted me a long time. It's 3/8 of an inch, recovered 1/8 of an inch, but it has adhesive in it. And so I'm hoping, and of course I know it'll work, the adhesive is gonna adhere and kind of squeeze through the mesh right here as we shrink this down. So we're gonna put that up. We're gonna get it to shrink down, get it warm enough that it melts the glue without melting the Tech Flex. That's the goal. We don't want to melt the Tech Flex because it's nylon. It will melt. But that's already looking really good. Melting the next one on, or shrinking and melting. Nope, shrink the next one there. Just hold that in place. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let this cool off for a second. I'm gonna hold right here and pull the next one down so that it can pull as much slack out of this as we can. So there you have it. You'll do this right because you'll have the correct length to go all the way to the end. But even with using what I had with a fishing rod in the garage is pretty resourceful since, you know, I ain't been fishing in like years. I just used the boat for POTA. So I wound up heat shrinking the end part that I didn't have enough of this nylon or polyethylene, whatever this is, The brand name is TechFlex, and I can guarantee you this is probably not even TechFlex. It's probably Piscifun, but Amazon, you can get some of those off-brand names of this stuff, and it's all the same. So the 1/2 inch should work pretty well for this, and I've got power poles on the end because that's what I use with just about everything. I like them. If somebody accidentally trips on them, whoopsie, they come unplugged. They don't rip your radio off the table. And that does happen occasionally. You know, you never know when you're camping. So I guess the only bad thing about this is it doesn't quite fit inside of this box. I never expected it to, but this is my spare 891. This is my go box. I've got the tuner, auto tuner. I've got the Yaesu radio, I've got a power supply, I got a throw rope, I've got a key, and there is a, come on now, got the 12-ounce throw bag, arborist line. The only thing I need to find every freaking time, I've got the signal link for the, and Tums. I think my wife knew what she was doing.
I was not trying to do it. It would come out.
The FT891 only signal link so that I can use my crap top with this. And the only thing that's missing out of this box is the, I have two, count it, two, don't look at my busted finger that I poked a screw through, 2 USB cables that I usually keep in here. One for the radio control and one for this. So I'll get that in the box. I'm gonna camp in a big tent. I'm one person. So the next video that's gonna post is gonna be my island activation out at Reed Bingham. And these are all the things I'm taking. Yeah, so I'm not packing light. I'm throwing it in the boat and just gonna go. Alrighty, so I'm gonna be in the mansion, and I'm gonna put a chair in there and a table so that I can, yes, I'm taking a full folding table on the boat so that I can play radio in comfort this time. When I did the Georgia Parks on the Air, I sat on the ground, and man, I was hurting by the end of the weekend. And the ice machine's going too, so that doesn't help either. And so this is gonna be a fun trip, can't wait. But this project video is done. So I am W1RCP, Rob, and I'm out. POTA.